The next person to step out of the Akatsuki clown car is our friend Kakuzu, Hidan's partner, frenemy, light on the friend, and just an overall creepy problem. Kakuzu comes from Takigakure, or the village hidden by a waterfall, which is located somewhere here. There's the waterfall. In the past, and for reasons really unknown, the village elders of Takigakure had a brilliant idea. They decided they wanted to assassinate first Hokage and frickin' god of shinobi, Hashirama Senju, and the lucky person selected for this task was none other than Kakuzu. From what we know, Kakuzu gave it his best try, and we do know that this order from the village elders went straight past tall and all the way over to skyscraper, and unfortunately Kakuzu was unsuccessful and had to return to the village to report his failure. He was met with forgiveness, understanding, and compassion, which is very befitting all of the ninja village. I'm just kidding, no. He was completely scorned, told he was a miserable failure, and punished accordingly. Kakuzu reacts with understandable contempt for this treatment, as he, in his eyes, served the village to the best of his abilities, and it's not like his mark was an easy one, like, I don't know, Kiba. This resentment eventually grew to the point where he ended up killing the elders, taking their hearts, and fleeing the village to strike out on his own. He mostly made his living as a bounty hunter until eventually he was found and recruited by Akatsuki, and he must have thought he had better odds at getting more and more profitable bounties by joining up with them. If there's one thing that could be said about Kakuzu, it's that he's in it for the money, honey, and if they aren't paying his bills, he pays those bitches no mind. He tends to view everything in terms of cost and benefit and doesn't really get out of bed for less than 10,000 Ryo a day. As you can imagine, this temper and his general creepy vibe doesn't really make Kakuzu a very fun party guest to be around, but he does make use of his especially powerful techniques and was a valued member of Akatsuki, even though he had some trouble with some of his partners. Essentially, he'd keep them around until they pissed him off, and then he would make better use of their hearts than they ever did, let me tell you. Things changed a bit when he met Hidan. Not that they vibed on a personal level, but they had a lot in common in terms of being able to cause a lot of death, and the fact that Hidan was immortal means that he was unable to succumb to Kakuzu's temper tantrums should he make them flare. And make them flare he did. Given that Kakuzu couldn't just become fed up and kill Hidan, they ended up becoming a successful pair and actually took down one of the tailed beast Jinchuriki pretty early in Shippuden's run.